I'll never forget the day everything fell apart. I had been planning this business trip for months. Flights, meetings, hotels, the works. Everything had to be perfect. The kind of trip that, if it went smoothly, would set me up for success. But life has a funny way of throwing curveballs when you least expect it. It was the night before I was supposed to fly out. I had everything packed, my mind racing with the meetings ahead, all the details I had to nail down. And then it happened. I got a call. It was a family emergency. A serious one. My heart dropped into my stomach. I was on the phone with my mom, trying to make sense of everything when I realized there was no way I could go on this trip now. It felt like my world was spinning. I couldn't go, but the trip was already set. Flights, hotels, and conference fees, everything was non-refundable. And on top of that, I had clients waiting, a presentation to give. I knew I had to cancel, but I also knew the cost would be steep. I couldn't let my business reputation take a hit, but I couldn't afford to lose all the money either. I tried to think through my options, my heart pounding as I stared at my phone. That's when I remembered something a friend had mentioned to me months earlier. Auras.insure. Travel insurance that actually helps. I hadn't thought much about it until now, but in the chaos of that moment, I realized I had signed up for a plan with them not long ago. I pulled up the website, my hands shaking as I typed in the details. And let me tell you, I was skeptical. Could a service really help me out of this mess? I called the number on their site, still unsure, but I was desperate. To my surprise, the response was immediate. No long hold times, no scripts, just a real person listening to my situation. They asked for the details, and within an hour, I had a plan in place to get my non-refundable tickets reimbursed. Not only that, but they helped me reschedule my meetings without penalty fees. I was stunned. It didn't feel like a typical customer service experience. They weren't just checking boxes, they were genuinely trying to make my situation easier. Now, I'm not saying you should rely on this kind of thing every time you make a mistake. But in moments of real, unexpected crisis, having the right insurance in place can make all the difference. Here's the truth. We can't control everything that happens, but we can control how we prepare for the unexpected. Having the right backup when life throws those curveballs feels like you've just gained a lifeline. And to be honest, I don't think I would have gotten through that stressful week without that insurance. So if you're someone who travels often for business, or really, if you're ever booking a trip that you can't afford to lose, give Auras.insure a look. I'm not trying to sell you anything. This isn't a pitch. This is me sharing something that genuinely helped me when I thought all was lost. They saved my trip, my reputation, and yes, a ton of money. And I don't say this lightly. It was a game changer. Just a suggestion, but if you ever find yourself in a bind, like I did, they could be exactly what you need. Life's too short to worry about all the things you can't control, so make sure you've got the peace of mind for the things you can.